A very good morning. Wishing you a wonderful Thursday ahead. Sorry about the break yesterday. Was a bit unwell and just wanted to rest it out. Welcome to today's episode of Morning Wealth. We'll talk about three things: FOMC statement and comments from chair, Bitcoin ETF status, and Volkswagen to make batteries. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed above 33,000 for the first time Wednesday after Federal Reserve pledged to maintain its easy money policies as the US economy recovers from the damage of the COVID-19 pandemic. The record comes just 5 trading days after the blue chip average closed above 32,000, its quickest 1,000 point milestone on record. This is according to Dow Jones data. The S&P 500 also ended at a record. Investors are wary of any sign the monetary stimulus that has supported markets during the pandemic could begin to subside, and all three major stock indexes turned higher at the afternoon release of central bank statement. They rose further as Fed Chair Jerome Powell spoke to reporters. At the Fed, we will continue to provide the economy the support that it needs for as long as it takes, said Mr. Powell, just what the markets wanted to hear. Dig down deeper into what happened. The Federal Reserve kept its easy money policies in place, vowed to maintain them until the US economy recovers further from the effects of the coronavirus pandemic, while also highlighting the brightening outlook for growth. Quote, following a moderation in the pace of the recovery, indicators of economic activity and employment have turned up recently, although the sectors most adversely affected by the pandemic remain weak, is what the Fed said in a statement that they've released. Most of the 18 Fed officials at the meeting still expect to hold short-term interest rates near zero through 2023. This is according to the updated economic projections released on Wednesday. But 7 now expect to start lifting rates in 2022 or 2023, which is up from 5 in December. Something that you have to keep a very close eye on the number of people that are turning hawkish from being an eternal dove. They plan to continue buying at least 120 billion per month of treasury debt and mortgage-backed securities until substantial further progress is made towards those objectives. There is no change regarding the language on asset purchases, and it is quote-unquote not yet time to discuss tapering, is what Powell argued. The recovery remains uneven, he said, adding that unemployment rates for blacks and Hispanics remain very elevated. One statement that caught my attention: we are not going to act preemptively based on forecasts, is what the Fed chair said. The officials also expect strong economic growth, higher inflation, and lower employment this year than they did in December. Their median projection showed the US domestic product rising by about 6.5%. We're talking about the US here in 2021, up from their December expectation of 4.2%. They expect unemployment to fall to 4.5% by year end from the 6.2% that they expected in February. The median expectation is for inflation to accelerate to 2.4% this year, up from the December's projection of 1.8%. But officials expect inflation to slow to 2% in 2022 and 2.1% in 2023, reflecting expectations that this year's pickup in price pressures will be temporary. As mentioned earlier, US stocks rose on Fed chief's comments, while longer-term treasury yields pulled back from more than a one-year high and the dollar sank. Oil dipped and gold jumped. Asian equity futures are in the green. Just one point before we close out on the Fed. Remember that there are three things right now, and the framework has completely changed from average inflation targeting. So that's on the inflation thing. The second is the unemployment rate, which is just the headline number. And the third is labor force participation. And that is where his comment about remains uneven is important, because the Fed is now looking for a lot bigger, a higher participation, of people, and the participation rate to go up at least decently before they start acting on it. Moving on to Bitcoin. Can't get more exciting, right? Fed and Bitcoin back to back. ETF issuers are racing to win approval for the first Bitcoin fund with one big hurdle standing before them, a regulator whose position is anyone's guess. At least 4 firms now have live applications for the fund tracking the largest cryptocurrency, with WisdomTree joining their ranks late last week. The SEC has rejected all previous filings, but since then, 2 Bitcoin ETFs launched in Canada. Institutional acceptance of the cryptocurrency has snowballed, and perhaps more importantly, the regulator's leadership has changed. This is according to remote reports from Bloomberg. Grayscale Investments, of the firm behind the 35 billion Bitcoin trust, is also betting that the approval of the US cryptocurrency ETF is not too far off in the future. Though Grayscale has filed to create an ETF in the past, the firm doesn't currently have an active filing with the SEC, but the firm could roll the Bitcoin Trust, the largest Bitcoin fund, into an ETF in the future. From Bitcoin, we move to another super interesting space, which is batteries and EV. Volkswagen said Monday that it would make batteries, the key EV component itself, the first car maker to take this step after Tesla. The US stock market craze for all things to do with electric vehicles is showing its first signs of crossing the Atlantic. Volkswagen's preference stock, the firm Volkswagen Equity trades the most, has risen 16% this week to a 6-year high. The company, which vies with Toyota for the title of the world's largest automaker by sales, unveiled Monday a new battery strategy resembling that of Tesla. On Tuesday, the chief executive pledged to harness Volkswagen's scale by standardizing batteries, software, production, and services across its brands, which include Audi, Porsche, and Volkswagen itself. The German giant finally seems to be enjoying some of the attention lavished on US and Chinese EV specialists and on some traditional US car makers, notably General Motors, that have bet big on the new technology. There was little data to back up the share moves, just plenty of ambition. This isn't a world of efficient market hypothesis, rational calculations of future profits, but one of hope and hype in an industry whose future has become highly unpredictable. BMW also joined the party. It's also learned the lesson. It made a raft of EV related announcements on Wednesday, including that at least half of its vehicles could be fully electric by 2030. The shares rose 5% in morning trading. Lots of exciting things that are happening in that space as well. Something we've been tracking for the last couple of months, and the share performance is standing out these days. That's the update. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.